This off-grid wilderness trapline series documents a 3-month trapping season in the North Maine woods from our off-grid cabin. This documentary is for educational purposes only. Well, good morning. Good morning. It's an early one today. We're looking at a little bit before 5 a.m. It is 8 degrees outside. Didn't get any snow last night. First night in a while. We didn't even get a dusting. Big day today on the trap line. Gonna try to get as many sets as I can checked. Looks like we might be getting some rain tomorrow. A lot of rain, like 1.5 inches. So I'm really nervous about what it's gonna do to the weather up here, what it's gonna do to the trap line, if I'm gonna be able to get around, if I'm gonna be able to get to some of these traps that I've set by snowmobile. But it's out of my control. I did everything I could within my control. I went and picked up tire chains for the front and back of the truck just in case these roads, the logging roads, turn into an ice rink. Of course, I got my snowmobile in here. My truck and trailer are about 12 miles out where they're plowing the log roads. So today we're going to be loading and unloading the snowmobile a bunch to get to these traps, checking some by truck and mostly by snowmobile. Hoping to pick up enough fur so if I'm trapped in camp all day tomorrow in a rainstorm that I'll have a lot to do skinning and putting up furs. I got everything else put up over here. I'm not going to be turning the Fisher again because those are heading to the tannery just like that. The Marten I can turn anytime, and I like to see the colors on the Marten. But got all those pelts done. It's quite a process, you know, doing 10, 12 pelts at a time. But I try to keep up on it every day, stay ahead of it, because if you don't and you're catching fur the way I'm catching it this year, it can stack up on you in a hurry behind you. So you try to stay ahead of it as good as you can. Lunch today or breakfast, one or the other, are going to be some hard-boiled eggs. I love eating hard-boiled eggs on the trap line or whenever. One easy way to tell if you've hard-boiled them or not is if they spin and spin really well and don't wobble too much. A hard-boiled egg will spin and spin and spin, whereas one that is not hard-boiled, let me see if I can get one, will kind of stop spinning and wobble out. So, see the difference? That's the difference right there. Let's make sure that goes in the right container. Got a couple logs in the fire. Gonna keep this place pretty warm while I'm gone, and we're gonna go out in the dark and probably come back in the dark today. There it is. All right. Nothing. Guys, all right, looking good. We're in the truck before daylight, trailer loaded with the snowmobile, and we're heading out. It looks like they came in and plowed this logging road, so I did make the right decision on where to leave the truck, and the snowmobile is cut off from half the trap line because of the plow job that they're doing. So I just gotta, you know, bring the snowmobile to those roads now. I can't just drive from camp to them. So we got a pretty big day ahead of us today. We're gonna go check the farthest away traps first. We got some today that are gonna be first check in a wicked fur pocket that I found. And then we got some that are gonna be second check. And then we got some that have been out since day one. So we're all over the board today, hoping the fur moved, hoping we get a decent amount of fur. So if I am stuck in camp tomorrow with an inch and a half of rain, I have a lot of skinning to do. I'd prefer to do it on a camp day than on days where I got to be out trapping.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Thank you, sir. Have a great day.
You too.
There's two moose standing right there on the top of that chopping. I don't see any headgear, so they either dropped them or cow and a calf maybe. They look pretty big. It's pretty nasty out here. Got a feeling we're gonna see some serious animals today. I got that one to stop. He was like, what the heck was that? Oh, you're gonna run. You're gonna run. You are so scared. Alright guys, we made it to the farthest spot. Got like 4 traps in here that'll be 3rd check. Then we got about 10 or 12 traps that are gonna be 3rd check, and then we have 5 traps that are gonna be 2nd check. So that's what we got in this road system. Let's see what we can do. Nothing. All right, guys, we're doing it. We're checking traps. I am so excited. This set is a ground set where we caught a marten last check. I want to say the bait was gone after, so it led me to believe there could have been another marten that came afterwards. There it is. Something's been in there recently. Looks like red squirrels. What is a red squirrel doing eating my bait? Well, we can't have feathers or bait outside the box. Alright, this is the one where on first check a fisher had smoked this box. Beat the box up, knocked it off the tree. There it is. Well, it's still on the tree, but we can't tell if anything's in it or not. Nothing. Alright. Ooh, we fired? Are we fired? It looks like it. There's something. No, we're not. We're not. We're just snowed in. There's some wire. Alright, we made it in. We're all the way in now, guys. This is 2nd check on what I was hoping is a really good fur pocket. First check here, these 5 traps yielded nothing. Not even a wind flag. It's a trial thing for me because it's secluded and pretty isolated spot in amongst some giant clear cuts, but it's the last woods left here, so I was checking it to see if the animals will still use it, even with giant clear cuts around it. There is a travel way in and out, and I'm pretty much touching it right here with this trap. Looking like a big nothing. Usually 2nd check's your best check for me. I still haven't figured out quite why yet. I have a couple theories. If we don't get some sort of activity today or see some tracks, then it's a bust. But it's worth a try, you know. I love, this is what I call trapping, you know, setting up areas, new areas to you, trying different things, not just going off of one type of habitat, because that's how you learn. And in the future, you know, if this is a bust and I find a isolated or secluded green growth inside a mega giant clear cuts, then I'll know, you know, maybe leave it alone, even if it does look as pretty as this. It's like squirrel tracks, squirrel tracks, squirrel tracks. Ooh, second trap is a nothing. A lot of squirrel around. There's no crying and trapping, guys, unless you get your hand stuck in a 330 or a really strong 220. I got snapped in a 220 once that's stronger than any 330 I've ever seen. It was a Montgomery 220. They didn't make a lot of conibears, but the ones they did, oh my God, were they strong. I had Skip there with me, and he was as shocked as I was. So my thought process when I set this area up, knowing that it was an isolated area amongst clear cuts, is it's going to be one of two things. It's either going to be barren and a wasteland and they're going to move out of here, or it's going to be a bonanza because they got nowhere else to go. So right now, nothing. It's looking like barren. This is the last trap on this line. Hopefully it saved us. This is George's trap. It's the keep 'em honest trap, I call it. In case anything tried to skirt us on the very tip. Looks like we're still set. Oh man. Ooh. 5 traps. 2 checks on it, and I'm 0 for 5 both times. I'd say there ain't much fur around here. No misses, no nothing. We'll probably pull the next time out. Alright, this is probably my favorite set on this line. And we made a catch in it last check. We caught a nice marten in it. Hopefully we got some more activity here. Look at these tracks. Probably coyote. Nothing. We're on a little bit of a dry spell right now, guys. A little bit of a bad run, if you can call it that. I don't know, I'm out here trapping, so I'm pretty happy. But gonna drive a little coffee into me, maybe a peanut butter and jelly. See if I can't change things up a little bit. Got about 6 more on this line. Then we're gonna have to get back to the truck, get on the logging roads, which is pretty dangerous right now. So I'm glad I got that MERS radio so I can find out where the truckers are and we can communicate for get me the heck out of their way. I guess the next check will be that wicked fur pocket. It'll be first check in there. I'm really excited about that, even though my first checks aren't always the most productive. I think that's a great spot. We might even set a few there. And then we're gonna check as many as we can after that before this gets real sloppy. But I really need some furs to catch today, so I have them in case I'm cabin bound tomorrow. If it rains all day tomorrow, it might push off a little later. We'll see. I don't think this is going to turn to rain anytime soon. We're pretty cold yet. I think I'll drive this in me and get back to trapping, and then eat that peanut butter and jelly when I'm in the truck. Save time. I was just thinking about how great that Stanley thermos has been to me, and my dad got me my first Stanley thermos, and it's been beat and still works awesome. And how I think that's like this new fad now, Stanley thermoses. And I was thinking about, like, before that I grew up wearing like Carhartts for work clothes, and that became a fad. And I know there's a country song about being country when country wasn't cool, and now it is. It's funny how all that stuff comes back around and becomes like the in style stuff. Nothing here. Got a trail camera on this one too. A lot of tracks around it. That'll be interesting to see what that was. Sets. I have different names for almost all the sets, and this one, I don't know why, but I call it the yellow bucket set. It hasn't hit yet, but I'm hoping it does. Well, we are on a wicked Ophir streak. Hopefully you guys haven't tuned out yet. One thing about my channel is I always put the wins and the losses, the good and the bad. If I do well, you guys will see it. If I mess up, you'll see it. All right, on this line, this is probably the premier set location out of all of them. It's super obvious. Every trapper that would ever trap this road would at least have one set here. And we popped a small female first check. Nothing on the second check, so let's see if it's had enough time to make another catch. Looking like a nope. Nothing. Uh-oh, weasel tracks coming in and out. All right, 3 more to check, guys. 3 more to check on this line. This line's kind of been dead too. I didn't really crush it over here, but it could have been trapped out earlier this season. I didn't get in here till late. This one's another midway set, kind of a kitchen set. So hopefully they're in here feeding and they locate the box. The rabbit did. I got a rabbit track going right to it. Dang, looks like nothing again. And we got a trail camera. They must be camera shy over here. But yeah, we popped a female here first check. Nothing last check, and looking like nothing this check. Oh man, I am on the hind one today. I'm not crushing it today yet, guys. A lot more traps to check, stay tuned. Just have one left on this line. Then we gotta ride back in the truck, load up, drive to another line, unload, and get in there and get some fur. Last one on this line. Fingers crossed, guys, we need a win. We need a win off this today. Off any trap today. This one's in a nice travel way on a brook. First 2 checks didn't have any action, but that could all be different today. I see the box. And big fat nothing. All right.
Going down, loaded. Yeah, loaded one Wayne. Not far, they're a couple miles. Step forward, thank you. No.
Thank you, Danny. Have a good weekend when you get to it. Pick up behind me. I think he's waiting for you.
Info, Kidoo, thank you.
Have a good one, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Have a good afternoon.
We made it to the new road. It's pretty blistery over here, and I took my first digger of the day as I was turning the camera on. Quite a bit more snow over here. Looks like a moose bedded down right there. All right, let's try to get this first trap. This one was a ground set I threw in kind of last minute on the way out because I saw a set of Marten tracks. Baits tore up. We got tracks, but we got nothing. It's exciting when you set on tracks, set on sign. Thing you got to remember is you're behind that animal when you're setting on tracks. And a Marten, usually a week is their territory from my experience here in Maine anyway. Fisher can be as much as 30 days, and that's with a lot of research. It's common for 30 days, I've found, with Fisher up here in the big woods. Pretty sweet area. We got some thick powder up here. It's as much as like 15 to 20 inches. And it's powdery, so you kind of drift in and throwing the sled around. It's kind of fun. This one was lean and pole set. Like this set a lot. I like them all. We got nothing. Nothing. The night I set these is when we got this snow. And they got quite a bit more snow over here than I got at the camp. Oh, shit. That's fall number 2. There's a hole there. At least it's soft landing now. There's a pile of otter up here, guys. Pile of otter around. I don't think anybody's trapped for a long time. I haven't said any. Been going so hard at Marten Fisher. This box got completely covered in snow. It dug into the snow. It's looking pretty good. We got activity. Nice big Marten suitcased. Beautiful catch, beautiful Marten. All right, we broke the dry spell. Got a catch. Nice big Marten there. All right, let's hope for more, guys. Gonna need more than one to keep me busy on a rainy day. All right, guys, having a little trouble with the GoPro batteries today, but we got activity on this one. We got activity. right, pine marten. Sweet. Nice. That's the first one in this trap, and she's been set up almost all year. We'll take it. All right, we got activity. Long walk in. I'm kind of out of breath. Not gonna lie. It's definitely a marten. I can see a leg sticking up. Oh yeah, oh nice big buck marten. Look at that one, guys, that's a beauty. Another suitcase one. I'm getting a lot better catches and way more catches and less misses now that I've really adjusted my triggers a lot and tied the bait up. So another beautiful marten. This has been my favorite set all year in on that stream. It's a long walk in now with the snow being deep. But I love it. I love it. Third marten of the day, guys. All right, we got activity. Oh, nice. Pine marten number 4 for the day. Beauty. Nice big gray one. Awesome. We have activity. Don't know yet. Oh, marten. Whoa, way in there. Nice. Another marten, guys. While he was there, there's marten tracks all over this log, so we're gonna get reset. See if we can get another one here. I'm not filming everything because I'm really low on battery and the GoPro is messing up. So stay tuned. Do the best I can. My favorite set on this line is where I caught that super light colored one. Looks like it's just about out of commission with the snow. See if we got anything before the snow hit. Oh, nope, no action. All right, we got CJ's trap. Popped a marten here one already this year, and he's looking for a fisher. We got nothing, buddy. Keep trying. Nothing today. All right, you guys know this set. This one's the hornbeam set, and last check here, we finally popped something, and it was a nice fisher. Nothing. 2 left, and we got activity at this one. Let's see what we got. I think we popped the weasel, and we popped the marten at this one. Oh wow, super nice pale marten. Suitcased again. We're making some awesome catches. Wow, nice pale one. Holy cow. That is number 6 for the day, guys. Number 6 for the day. Amazing. Holy cow. What an awesome marten. I've caught hundreds of marten, guys, and I still get excited over the different color variations and the different color ones. I mean, that one is freaking awesome. Such a cool color. Frozen solid. I wanted my work cut out for me tomorrow if I'm stuck in the camp all day. We'll see. I still don't know if I am or not, but I got my work cut out for me tomorrow no matter what. One more trap to check today. We are fired. We have activity in the 220 box. Nothing. How do you like ending on a nothing? Shoot. Well, let's get a reset. See if we can get something caught here. Big day on the vehicles. We're gonna end up at about 90 miles on the truck today and over 100 on the snowmobile. So we covered some miles, and I don't know how many on the boots, but definitely some multiple miles on the boots. One thing I do want to mention to you guys is something that has saved my butt is this MERS radio. That thing is invaluable. A kid from Fort Kent came all the way down to Jefferson and mobily installed it for me. His name's Dow Industries, I think's the business. But definitely, you know, if you're thinking about it, have him hook it up. He'll do it upright, and he does a super clean, professional job. Tell him I sent you. But I don't even know what it costs now because I don't care. I mean, it probably saved my butt 10 times just today alone. And it keeps the logger safe. You know, it keeps me safe, and it just keeps me out here trapping and hunting and doing the things I love to do, when otherwise you just come around any corner and there could be a loaded log truck coming at you fast, and they take up the whole road, you know. And they still drive like animals, but at least with the MERS, you know, I sound off every mile and they sound off when they hear me. At least most of them sound off anyway, and they'll let you know, hey, I'm on mile 27 going up. And if I'm on mile 30 going down, I can do the math and know when I'm going to meet them. And before I even meet them, I'm looking for a good spot to get pulled over and out of the way. So that way they can be safe and I can be safe. So if you guys are going to come up into the North Maine woods and be around any kind of logging activity, I highly recommend it. I don't know how I stayed alive without it. I know I did get sent in the woods several times, but I wasn't around as much logging as I'm around right now. But worth every penny, guys. I can't stress that enough. Get yourself a MERS radio and learn how to use it. Lucky for me, there were a few coals left, so I'm gonna get a fire going. She might catch, but it's not terrible in here. I am flat out exhausted. Awesome day on the trap line. Got a lot done. If we get rained out tomorrow, we get rained out. If not, I got some traps I could check right from the house here, right from the camp with the snowmobile, which will be pretty awesome. For the night, I got my cover on the big sled, rolled it on its side so the cover doesn't get filled up with water, and I put the snowmobile in the big trailer in case it does rain tonight. Tune in every night for a new episode from this wilderness trapline. The season keeps getting better and better. If you turn on your notifications for this channel after subscribing, you'll be the first to know every day when a new episode airs. Thanks for watching.